Good day, everyone. Our lesson for today is about addition of integers for grade 7 mathematics. In adding integers, there are rules to be followed. First, when you add integers with the same signs. In adding integers with the same signs, you need to add their absolute values, then write the common sign before the sum. The second rule is when you add integers with different signs. In adding integers with different signs, you need to subtract their absolute values, then write the sign of the addend with the larger absolute value before the sum. Now, to fully understand the general rules, let's have some examples. Let's model the first rule, which is adding integers with the same signs. When you add two positive integers, the sum must also be positive. For example, find the sum of 5 and 2. First, we add their absolute values. So, the absolute value of 5 is 5, and the absolute value of 2 is 2. When we combine their absolute values, then we'll get 7. Next, let's write the common sign before the sum. Since 5 and 2 are both positive integers, then this sign of the sum must also be positive. Therefore, 5 plus 2 is equals to 7. Now, when we add two negative integers, the sum must also be negative. For example, find the sum of negative 3 and negative 6. We first add their absolute values, so the absolute value of negative 3 is 3 and the absolute value of negative 6 is 6. When we combine their absolute values, we get a value of 9. Next, let's write the common sign before the sum. Since negative 3 and negative 6 are both negative, then the common sign is also negative. Therefore, negative 3 and negative 6 when added is equals to negative 9. Now, let's model the second rule, which is adding integers with different signs. For example, find the sum of 1 and negative 4. We first subtract their absolute values, so the absolute value of 1 is 1, and the absolute value of negative 4 is 4. 4 minus 1 is equals to 3. Now, let's write the sign of the addend with the larger absolute value before the sum. Since negative 4 have greater absolute value, then the sign of the sum must also be negative. Therefore, 1 plus negative 4 is equals to negative 3. Let's have another example. Find the sum of 9 and negative 8. First, we subtract their absolute values. The absolute value of 9 is 9. The absolute value of negative 8 is 8. So 9 minus 8 is equals to 1. Now let's write the sign of the addend with the larger absolute value before the sum. Since 9 has greater absolute value, then the sign of the sum must also be positive. Therefore, 9 plus the negative 8 is equals to 1. Let's have more examples. Find the sum of 6 and negative 8. Since 6 and negative 8 have different signs, we should subtract their absolute values. Absolute value of 6 is 6. The absolute value of negative 8 is 8. 8 minus 6, we have value of 2. Then, let's write the sign of the addend with the larger absolute value before the sum. Since negative 8 have greater absolute value, then the sum must also be negative. Therefore, 6 plus the negative of 8 is equals to negative 2. Our second example, find the sum of negative 21 and negative 6. Since the given integers have the same signs, then we should add their absolute values. The absolute value of negative 21 is 21. The absolute value of negative 6 is 6. 21 plus 6 is equals to 27. Then, let's write the common sign before the sum. Since they're all negative integers, then our sum must also be negative. Therefore, negative 21 plus the negative 6 is equals to negative 27. Now, for a third example, find the sum of 7 and negative 5. Since the given integers have different signs, then we should subtract their absolute values. The absolute value of 7 is 7. The absolute value of negative 5 is 5. 7 minus 5 is equals to 2. Then, let's write the sign of the addend with the larger absolute value before the sum. Since 7 have greater absolute value, then our sum must also be positive. Therefore, 7 plus the negative of 5 is equals to 2. Now, let's try some exercises. The directions. Find the sum of the following integers. Number 1. 5 plus the negative of 3. Number 2. Negative 8 plus 7. Number 3. Negative 3 plus the negative of 3 plus 2. Number 4. 6 plus 7 plus the negative of 1 plus the negative of 2. And last number, number 5, negative 2 plus negative 1 plus 4. Now, to get the general rule, here is a video clip for you. Click the link and listen. Thanks for watching.